we are doing a grand total of 44 miles an hour down the highway because it snowed last night, got up to just above freezing this morning, got all this to kind of start to melt away, and then now it is back down to 25. So this is just a skating rink. You could literally put on a pair of skates and skate on this right now. So we are taking it easy for between 40 42 miles an hour is kind of what everybody's doing, and gonna get down to our customer. So what we have is an F-250 that sounds like it's stuck in a ditch. I guess another tow truck already went down there and pulled on him a bit and drug him. He said about 50, 60 feet back and forth up and down the ditch. Just couldn't get enough traction to hold the tow truck still to pull him up out of the ditch. It just kept dragging the tow truck. So they drag him one way down the ditch, drag the tow truck the other, and they went back and forth until they finally broke the winch on the tow truck, I guess. So we got the call and are going to head down there, and we have the ice chocks for this truck to help anchor it in place, but an F-250 is pretty heavy. So if traction is the issue and getting the tow truck to sit still while the winch is pulling and not slide backwards on ice like this, like I said, this is a skating rink. You can literally put on a pair of skates and ice skate down this road. If that's the issue, it's going to be really hard to get anything to sit still on it. So that is where Yankum ropes come into play. All right, looks like we found our guy. So let's go see what we can do about this.
And he was able to chain up and kind of drag me to here.
Okay. Were you coming this way?
Yeah.
And slid over?
Yeah, slid over this way. Ended up there. We were able to drag to here, and then he couldn't, couldn't get it kicked up onto the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to use a winch on this one because not much for snow problem back. As you know, or you saw, when you're on ice, all the winch is going to do is drag the truck backwards
100%.
before you get enough pull to pull this out.
Yeah, 100%.
So we're going to use a kinetic rope.
Okay.
It's a kinetic rope is a rope designed for doing this type of stuff. It's got stretch to it, so it stretches by 30%.
Okay.
So I'll hook it up into your receiver, hook it up into mine, because that truck weighs 10,000 pounds.
Your truck weighs 10,000 pounds?
Yeah, which is probably right about what yours is right now.
What, the truck is 8 and then the camper is probably 2.
Yeah, you're probably right there the same.
Yeah.
So that truck will not sit still on this ice hard enough to pull. My winch has enough pull, the truck doesn't have enough grip to sit. I'm going to get to a few thousand pounds of pull and just be sliding my truck across the ice.
Yeah, 100%.
So the kinetic rope, what it does is we hook them receiver to receiver, and then when I get going 5 miles an hour, so it's about all it takes, I get going and pull, it stretches, and that puts the kinetic energy of that 10,000 pounds into that rope without a shock load, like a chain or a strap would do. It's not going to jerk and yank. It's going to, that rope will stretch.
So then you actually can kind of get some pull
out
of it instead of having just
so
stop
at 5 miles an hour, I'll put the full 10,000 pounds of pull here, and that'll probably be enough to pop you on out of there. So I can go that way and pop you out and bring your back end up.
No, I got you.
And then that should be what gets it. That's the best case to get you out of here in something on this ice like this where there's no traction, because then traction doesn't matter. We're using the momentum of that truck to move this truck.
Okay.
So that's what, it's quick and easy. That's what we'll do to get this out of here.
Right on.
All right, we got them hooked up to the Yankum rope. We've got it doubled up to be shorter since this road is so narrow. Plow truck's coming by right now. This is good. Look at him kicking out all those extra cinders. See all those cinders? He's laying it on thick right here for us. Very much appreciated. All right, that worked. Hold up there. Whoa. Go forward just a little bit. Good. They always run over the rope. see, it doesn't jerk.
No.
And
No, I mean it was pretty smooth coming out.
I doubled it up the first time, which made it even a little harsher than it would be if it was single line like mine. Alright, we could shut off this camera and hope it actually got something. No guarantees because it's a GoPro. There goes the customer, happy and on his way. That guy that drives the snowplow there, that's Brad. He watches the channel. So very much appreciate the help on the cinders up here, Brad. You're the man. Okay, now we take down our tripod light here. See how good that lights everything up? The heck, so you got that snowplow straight piped? Thing sounds mean. So we got this Milwaukee M18 tripod light. Well, that's bright. A lot of people complain about not being able to see at night when we're doing recoveries, which I know is true because I can't see either. So Ryan with Cornwell Tools hooked it up with that Milwaukee M18 tripod light. He didn't like hook it up. I still had to, you know, like pay for it, but he got it for me. So that's very much appreciated. Thank you, Ryan. And all kinds of people making this happen today. Oh, got a car coming. Let's get out of here. Cars on this road at this time of day are incredibly rare. That snowplow is like the only one. So in this case, I'm not at all upset about having to do something in the middle of the road because there's nobody here. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing a black jacket and not my high-vis green jacket when I'm working out on the road at night, number one, no cars on the road. Number two, this is a heated jacket that my wife got me for Christmas. Today that I'm filming this is Christmas, by the way, so Merry Christmas. And I really wanted to test it out. So no cars on the road, no danger, real need for high-vis. Wanted to try out my heated jacket, worked amazing. So thank you to my beautiful wife for keeping me warm. Okay, so that right there clearly showed the effectiveness of a Yankum rope and how that kinetic energy works for you. This truck would have never sat still on this ice and pulled hard enough to pull that camper and F-250 up out of the ditch like that. There's just no way. I mean, as you heard, the other tow truck was there, just dragging himself back and forth on the ice, spending who knows how much time in the middle of the road, not gaining any ground until he finally broke his wind. And that was a much heavier truck than this one, no matter what type of tow truck it was. So if he couldn't sit still and anchor in place, I didn't have a chance either. That Yankum rope was the way to go. So I was able to do everything, sitting on the shoulder, get hooked up, ready to go, hop in the truck. Then the plow truck went by, put some heavy cinders down right in front of where I was going to be going, which was massive help. And then he stopped and kind of blocked traffic from the other end, which there was no traffic, but again, very much appreciated. And then I was able to use the kinetic energy of this truck through that Yankum rope to pop that one back out of there with no jerk, no slamming and banging, just pull him right out, smooth as can be. Customer was happy. I was across the road for a super short amount of time. Everybody happy. So I'll put a link to the Yankum ropes in the description below. Very, very highly recommend their products. Awesome stuff and works great. And also in the description will be a link to my website, CascadeHeavyRescue.com. You can go in there /shop. And we're coming to the end of the month where 100% of the proceeds of all our merchandise sales go to help out some very good friends of ours who lost their house in a house fire. Any bit of support is so much appreciated. What we've got so far has been absolutely amazing, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So if you were considering pulling the trigger on something, now's the time. Free shipping worldwide, and I just can't thank you guys enough for the support we've already gotten with this deal and the support we continue to get. I really appreciate it. But for now, we're on our way back home. That couldn't have went really any better. Spent very minimal amount of time in the road, got the customer out quick and easy, no damage to anything in the meantime, and everybody happy. So that is going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.